Hello, everyone. Sorry about that. Uh, I'm sitting in the living room, and my dad had to like walk in behind, and he was just wearing his track pants and not wearing a t-shirt. And Facebook is very strict about its rules and stuff like that. So I had to disconnect the video and delete it. So yeah, so I mean, most of you know of my dad. You've seen pictures of my dad on Facebook and stuff. So yeah, he's old, and I don't know. Lately, has been quite. I think he probably didn't even notice I was doing this live. But anyway, sorry about the disruption, and so I'm going to restart on part two all over again. So, I don't know how many of you guys saw my father come in. But yeah. All right. So hopefully we don't have any more disruptions, and I can do a bit of talking, and I can delve right into, channeling. Yeah. All right. Okay, guys. As I was talking about how important this entire journey about overcoming fear and adapting, adapting detachment and living in the moment and embracing your purpose. And all these things truly only start when you have taken on the path of spirituality. But the interesting question about that is the beautiful thing about spirituality in itself is you have to find your own path. But there's going to be a lot of people who say a lot of things and this and that. And I still remember as a child, or like, um, even as a child, I was dimensional traveling and all of that. And when I was very young, those things used to be very normal. So when you grow up, you go to school, and then you start being introduced to Earth, right? So I used to spend a lot of time on the internet, like trying to figure things out on Earth, figure things out on Earth about Earth. And when you try to Google enlightenment or self-realization, you've got like different people saying different things, like that we saying that, oh, you have to do 5,000 years of kriya yoga in order to reach that state. So a lot of those teaching are based on science. In a way, it's ascending your vibration. But the point is, and so I was talking about time when I ended my previous video, is that time is very different now. Now we are living in the time of anything is possible, including teleportation kind of phase. So, this is the time for ascension. This is the time to exit the matrix. This is the time to be in union with your divine counterpart. This is the time to be totally free from the earthly clutches of life in itself. So the entire beauty of it all is about discovering who you are from a soul level, not your identity of who you are in this human body. Because this human body is beautiful and fascinating. So you have to accept everything as it is as well. But at the same time, you can't accept everything as it is as well. Then you're becoming a slave to this material world. The birth of consciousness begins with questioning. Buddha left his palace, left his wife, left his children, left everything because he was in the search of something beyond the material universe. So that's just one example, right? So you've got many examples of how beautiful this entire universe is. And when you look at things from a universal perspective, you will be able to realize the more and more you connect with consciousness, the more and more you connect with the deeper parts of your soul, the fear completely disappears. You're no longer trapped by anything. Oh, I'm reading the comments. I didn't, but I would have loved to. Yeah, right. With you really want to see my 64-year-old dad, Don. So Bharti saw my test. But yeah, anyway, I think this happened 6 months ago. Someone reported my video for nudity, and MJ and I were laughing about it, because I have always, dressed very decently during um, all of my lives, right? So now my dad walks with that would be considered nudity, right? So yeah, that's why I had to like take down the video immediately before someone reports me. So it's all good. But I don't know, when parents become old and they don't even know what they are doing. So yeah, next time I have to make sure there's like no space like to even walk behind me. So in that way, I won't have anyone like walking. But anyway, back to my lecture, is that the fear of not being together is valid. So, guys, don't beat yourself up over it. Don't beat yourself up over the fact that you guys are going to be stuck. You guys are going to be trapped in this phase, because fear in itself is considered a hell. And And scientifically, if you were to look at fear, there's some extreme fears where people don't even leave their house because they're afraid of germs or something, right? So sometimes not getting into union is a fear that can be very, very extreme. But you have to let go of the fear. Because if you don't let go of the fear, you're not giving space for your soul to evolve. You're not even giving space for your DM to walk back into your life, because it's like you are determining your future before even allowing the universe or God a chance to write this beautiful story for you. So, yeah. But getting rid of fear happens in stages. It happens in phases. It happens a bit by bit. And MJ would agree with me on this as well. The fear of not being with your divine masculine is so scary, is because you have lost him many, 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 many times, not only on Earth, in other galactic lives as well. So, one example would be you may have lost your divine counterpart in, let's say, okay, some of the past life regressions I've done, very, very interesting. So, in some twin flame situations, you guys could have been in the opposite sides of a galactic war. So, not everyone who's on the bad side of the war are bad people. Often the soldiers are neutral or good, but they are somehow kidnapped or tortured or trapped by the not so good energies to work under them, right? So that kind of separation where you guys are on the opposite sides of the war and you guys don't know what to do, and you so all these stories of being in the opposite sides of the war, being separated, even in the starseed worlds of not being able together, being entrapped, being put through illusory torture chambers where one divine counterpart is trapped in this illusionary torture. That is basically what the negative energies do, is that they trap your consciousness and put you in a program, and it's a way of extracting information. So what humans do is very, very low level, very, it's not even torturous at all, like the kind of torture that can be done in higher dimensional planes. Interestingly, right? So what they do is they trap a soul, they sift it down to the lowest of dimensions, bringing you down to like minus 13D, put you through periods and periods of torture and torture and torture to try to extract codes and this and that. So when you have gone through that kind of a galactic trauma, of course, your fear is valid. Your fear of not being together with your divine masculine, your fear of not being together, your fear of struggling, of suffering, your fear of trying to navigate through life on earth, your fear of everything starts to come to that surface. And on earth, where you completely don't remember any of this except for these past life feelings and vibrations of fear that's coming up, that's why you're afraid. And the not so good energies use this to their advantage, to keeping you in separation. So again, an example from the Matrix movie would be the latest one, where Neo sees Trinity in the coffee shop and he just feels this connection with her. And Trinity feels this connection with him, but she has got a husband and two children. They are programs, but still. But inherently, there is that fear within both of them that there's something that they are missing out, because there's this soul level recognition, but but however, they can't be together. And this is the situation for a lot of twin flames. Either one divine counterpart is in a relationship with someone else and they are bound and they're not able to come, or you have got, like Neo, who is this eternal bachelor who doesn't want to commit to anyone else either. So when he sees his twin flame, he doesn't know what to do. So you've got all these different categories. And firstly, recognizing your fear. Secondly, releasing your fear. Thirdly, realizing your life on earth is just a mere projection of just a fraction of time in this eternal cosmos. Then you will start to feel truly free. Secondly, be prepared for anything. Be prepared for the best, be prepared for the worst. When you have completely surrendered to that journey, nothing can break you anymore. You're no longer bound by outcomes. You're no longer bound by failures or fears, or you're no longer bound by anything. When you come to that level, you become indestructible. Literally, someone can take your DM away, kidnap them, and they won't get a reaction from you. And actually, that's good, because if something makes you vulnerable, that becomes your weakness. The whole thing about kryptonite and Superman is actually a metaphor to Superman having weakness on Earth. So if you are going to be so obvious with your vulnerabilities, or what can break you, what can affect you, then you are like giving your enemy the not so good energies on a silver platter, how to keep you in control, how to keep you in a vibration of fear. And that's what a lot of divine feminines and divine masculines are doing. You guys are giving your power away through fear. So I want you guys to dwell a bit on what I'm talking about, and that in itself will give you that pathway to freedom. So when you are like completely detached to the fact that whether you're going to get into union or not into union, whether it's going to communicate with you or not going to communicate with you, but you're going to live life in these terms, No one can do anything to you. So, an example. So, you haven't heard from your divine masculine, let's say, in 2 years, or 3 years, or 4 years, or 10 years. And you haven't dated anyone. You have not been in a relationship with anyone else, and your friends and family are like, hey, why can't you be with someone? But you have been true to the twin flame connection. You have kept it very, very honorable. You have made sure that you have been sincere to yourself and the journey. Then nothing can affect you. Like nothing can affect you if you don't give your power away to any situation. So that is where the beauty of it all lies. So now I am going to touch on the second last part, which is all right, I've talked about ways to cope, how to trust the journey. Well, you're never going to quite trust the journey. You can trust me on that. You're going to have doubts constantly. You're going to have doubts all the time. You're going to have doubts. You are going to have a lot of doubts, and you're going to have a lot of them. It's not going to be just something that you are going to be affected by once in a while. You are always going to have this lingering doubt in your mind why you are so in love with this person, why you're being affected by this person, why are you missing this person. You will even start to question yourself, like, are you insane? Because the twin flame journey is insane to the outside world. Like, why? When you live in a world where people are swiping people right and left, and this and that, when you live in a world where dating has become, people talk to like 1,000 people at the same time, people go on like 20 dates, no, people go on 500 dates in a month, the value for unconditional love is no longer there. You are kind of bound by the fact that you are no longer going to be in this phase of of trusting love anymore. When love in itself is so hollow in today's world, where will the validity of twin flame love come from? So you have to like let go of all of this. You have to believe what you want to believe in. And when you start believing in God, when you start believing in super consciousness, when you start believing in your origins, none of this will matter anymore. You will live your path, you will live life the way you want to live life, and you will start to evolve in your own phase. And usually, this is the time when union just happens. Union happens when you are in 100% surrender, 100% detachment, 100% you don't really care about what's going to happen next. And coming to that level, it really depends on you. It can happen to you overnight, it can happen to you in 5 minutes, it can happen to you in like 24 hours, it can happen to you in 5 years. So it's on you. The faster you detach, you will get everything. So, and finally, trust is about what you decide to put forth in your journey, in your life. You can choose not to trust. You can choose to trust, or you can go through this debate every single day in your mind whether to do this or not. But ultimately, It's up to you. And also remember this one thing: as far as Earth is concerned, even though you and your divine counterpart might be one soul, you're still both living your own individual and separate lives. So you need to give, you need to put that into consideration. It's very, very important to to have some consideration for that. So finally, I'm going to grab, just give me a moment. I'm going to grab some water and I'll be right back. Need to fill up some water. I don't know why my voice is getting a bit edgy again. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, so I went to actually ask my dad why he came, and apparently his GoPro wasn't working. That's why. And apparently it was at the table behind me. Anyway, back to where I was, and I got my water as well. The next 30 years is looking extremely wonderful for all of you. And again, I don't want to guarantee anything, but as far as I can say, all twin flames are meant to get into union in the next 30 years. It is 100% happening. Like everyone who is in these collective energies are going to experience 100% 3D physical union. Number one, the souls that have incarnated now at the moment are all highly advanced star seeds, star souls. Number two, most of y'all are going through ascension at a massive, 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 rapid phase. Thirdly, if you just surrender to God, unconditional love, work on yourself a little bit, you will always be guided by God. Remember that. So you don't have to worry. You will get into union. Don't overthink it. There is this story about how this fisherman wanted to see God really badly. So he went to this monk who was meditating for like I think 10,000 years and asks him, I want to see God. Like, I want to see God. And he says that I've been meditating for 10,000 years and I haven't seen God myself. And I don't know, how to help you see God because I've not seen God myself. So, but the guy's like, no, you have to, take me as your disciple. And he's like, oh, no, 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 no. I'm not going to take you in as a disciple. You go figure it out yourself. But then the fisherman will be very, very insistent on seeing God, he's like, I want to see God. Like, I just want to see God. Whatever it is, I want to see God. So finally, the guy would say, okay, you go into the ocean and you start meditating on the name of God. And the fisherman will take his words literally and he would be like drowning and he will be like chanting the name of God and God will appear before him. And then he will ask God, it's a she, in that story. And he will ask her, like, hey, I got to see you so easily. Like, how come this guy has been meditating for 10,000 years and he didn't get to see God? Um, how I don't believe that you're God. That's what he says. But then and then she will start giggling and she will say that, yeah, like I appear before you guys humans, you don't believe me. It's like you want to put in all the effort to see me when I'm so available. You just have to connect to me with sincerity. And that's what you did when you were like chanting my name and drowning in the ocean. Firstly, I didn't want you to die. Secondly, your sincerity appalled me. So that is the same thing with the twin flame journey. Instead of spending millions and millions of years trying to figure things out within, which is also important, it's time to surrender. Be like the fisherman, be stubborn. No, don't try to drown yourself up, absolutely not. But be in that sincerity of the twin flame journey and believe that good things can happen to you. Because the big problem in today's day and age is your belief that good things don't happen to you. You believe good things can't happen to you or don't happen to you or it's impossible to happen to you. You need to remove that. Always remember anything you need, anything you want, if you just surrender and ask God, you will receive. God will move anything in your path through. So, for example, there is this thing that you're struggling with, and you really, really, God will rearrange, the universe will rearrange itself. But you need to be very, very sincere in your faith, in your belief, because the twin flame journey is about trust and faith and belief. See, right now, I'm saying, right, the union rates are going to be 100%. But of course, other people who watch my video will be like, oh, no, 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 you have to meditate for 500 million years or you cannot be in union. Well, if that's what they want to believe, then they can be part of the, okay, maybe I'll say 99%. They can be part of the 1% who don't get into union. So it's looking very good. All you have to do is be yourself. Remember, all of you, again, with the blessings of God, who watch my video are very highly advanced star seeds. You've got this. Most of you here are on mission. Most of you are here to create magic on earth. So just go with the flow, do what you have to, and you will notice a great, great shift in your life. And as I say this, 11 views and 11 comments. So excellent. So the first 10 years, you're going to see 20 to 30% union rates. And then from the 10th year mark, it's going to increase to 50%. And after that, around 20, so now we are 2020. So around 2040 onwards, twin flames getting into union is going to become very normal. So yeah, so I will try to do a video about this forecast, what, and I just channeled this before, just just about 24 hours ago. That's why my topic came in a bit late this week as well. So, yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed today's discourse, and sorry for all the disruptions, with the internet and with my dad and everything. But I hope you have enjoyed today's lecture. And please, if you guys have any questions, ask me. I don't know why I am not able to see any of the comments. The last comment I can see is Dawn's comment. Okay. Oh, okay. I can see the comments here. Hi, hello, Jessica. Oh, and Jessica, I just saw your comment on the other video as well. Yes, thank you. I had a good birthday. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Sure, Bunny, I'll do your channeling last. Yes, Nicole, I did receive your tip. I'll do your channeling. All right. So I'm going to give it a couple of minutes. Do you guys have any questions about today's topic? So I did speak about fear of not being together with your twin flame, why it happens, because of all the kind of torturous experiences you may have not only experienced on Earth past lives, but galactically as well, being in opposite sides of the war or being separated forcefully by the negative forces. So it's like the Star Wars kind of situation. So yeah, ways to cope and trust the journey. Of course, I can individually do a topic for each one of these topic sentences, which I will do. But for today, do you guys have any questions? And then I'm going to read out the channeling list. Okay. All right. Let me just update the list. Oh. And guys, let me know if I miss any one of y'all. I'm relying on my email for this. All right. So I've got, again, guys, thank you all for your tips. I really, really appreciate that. And before I begin, I just introduced the 15 3 Twin Flames Mega Transition and Unconditional Love Portal for enhanced evolution, growth, and love for Twin Flames. And the healing will be done on the 15th itself. So if you guys are interested, book your spot so that you can choose your time for the healing. So I've got the link provided here. Also, if you guys are interested in the Twin Flame Special Destiny Matrix reading, I still have it on promo. Yeah. With that, I am going to. All right. Okay, so Rachel, Laura, Dawn, Mai, Irene, Shay, Jessica, Lauther, Jessica, Penna, Shilpi. She wanted me to put her last, so I'm going to put her last. Marion, Nicole, Bhavani, Diana, Bharti, Carrie, Shannon, and Shilpi. All right, so that is the current list, guys. Okay. So you guys can time yourselves out. And if you guys have any questions, you guys can let me know as well. So, did I miss any one of y'all? I hope I haven't. Okay. Is Rachel here? All right. Rachel has got a question. So, I'm going to. So, if you guys have no more questions, I'm going to begin with the channeling. Okay. All right. Rachel's question is, hi Vaish, Carrie and I got into an argument yesterday. He comes off narcissistic. Like he's telling me I have to do things to please him, and he's what's important. Really change and grow from this mentality. Will we talk soon? Okay, firstly, what Carrie is going through is that he's going through the toxic slash wounded masculine phase right now. So he's portraying the worst parts, lower vibrational parts of being a divine masculine. So it can be very, very stressful because you're like, I don't even recognize this person. Firstly, this is the time where you adapt conscious separation. You just let him be and have that little distance so that he can figure things out and he can come back to you, Rachel, because it can be very, very tough, especially when you are trying to figure out and navigate what you want to do as far as this journey is concerned. It can be very stressful. So, my advice to you would be that firstly, of course, he will talk to you soon. And he will definitely change this mentality and grow out of this. But what he needs is, what is happening to him is he's releasing. A lot of what he's doing is part of his release. He is portraying this worst behavior because there's something within him that is crying out, is dying to release. And the messages I'm getting from your divine masculine's higher self is that he wants you to he wants you to accept him the way he is at the moment, and also to forgive him because he's going through a difficult time trying to navigate his presence in life itself, his presence on earth, his purpose, his life, his mission, and he's very, very affected and agitated by the energies of March. So that's why he's portraying this very, very low behavior that he sincerely doesn't want to portray, but he's doing it because that is his way, his coping mechanism. So that's what's going on right now. I'm also picking up on the fact that your divine masculine is also going through this phase where there is major root chakra upgrade going through. So that's why he's releasing all of these core habits that somehow he had formed. So these are the ugly parts of him that's coming to the surface. It's like he's releasing it to the universe to become a better version of himself. So that's what's going on with Carrie, Rachel, and don't worry, you know, he doesn't mean what he has told you. So best thing is that all you can do is try to let him be and let him come to his own realization, which he will, and not to take it personally. Your guides and angels want you to know that you have been doing good. Of course, it's hurting, and of course, it's affecting you, and of course, it's breaking you every time he does something like this, but it will get better, and things will start to transform, and it will start to get better. With that, I hope you have enjoyed today's channeling, and next up, I've got Laura. Right, let me see what question Laura has. All right, general, and can you do an energy reading to see what frequency level I'm vibrating at? Thanks, me. Oh, Laura. Oh, I love frequency vibrational levels. All right. So, right now, Laura, your highest vibration, you're vibrating like, okay. So, I actually do this multi-dimensional energy reading. So this is something my teacher used to do back in the day as well, and she taught me how to do it. So basically, right now, Laura, you are vibrating at like ninth dimensional energies. So I would say about 15%. That is the highest. Of course, you can go higher than that. You're still working on the other frequency levels as well. Like, especially in the last couple of months, there's been a huge transformation with the first dimension, fear, things like that. So first dimension is often fear. The lower dimensions are like fear. So in terms of percentage, you have overcome a lot of that. You still do drop down to 4D, which is the dimension of the mind, and question or overthink things too much. But lately, you've been like letting go of all of that. So that's why I've been experiencing a lot of 5D, 6D, 7D, 8D, and 9D frequencies a lot. Another thing is because your DM is still out in the galaxy, and you have to be in that vibration in order to communicate and transcend and expand and actually even to have a conversation. So you're automatically coming up to that vibration a lot. But of course, you're on earth and you still have got earthly responsibilities. So sometimes you have to drop down to 3 and 4 a little to just navigate through life here. So overall, I could say your vibrations are average at 5 to 6. I'm like dividing all of it. But if you continue to expand and focus on the higher dimensions, you will literally feel like you're walking on sunshine on earth. That's the amount of bliss you would receive. Like you will start generating your own joy from within. So, yeah, that is the beauty of it. And energetically, I see major shifts in your solar plexus chakra. You are feeling this expansion like never before, that confidence. Like you have that within you, that you can do anything you want to do if you put your heart and soul and mind to it. And also your connection with your divine masculine has grown exponentially, even though it's like you are both in different worlds and you're communicating, but it has grown beautifully, sincerely, until he himself comes to earth. I also see major expansion in the throat chakra. I feel like you have become more open and expressive with your communication. There's so much more that's taking place. You're feeling like you want to share more, you want to help more, you want to do things more. Even your internal dialogues with yourself has become wiser. It's beautiful. The frequency and energy you are vibrating at right now is perfect. If you can maintain this and just keep expanding little bits every time, you're going to truly have a very, very blissful life. So whenever you get agitated or stressed is when your vibration is dropping down to 2, 1, 2, 3, or 4. And that is common when we on earth, it happens. So don't beat yourself up over it so much, but focus on 5 and above. That is soul level. So that would really, really help you a lot. And finally, your guides want you to know that you're doing really, really well, Laura. And this is a major period of growth and expansion, and you're going to experience a lot. You're going to get a lot of downloads and visions, and things of the past, things of the present, things of the future. Your class senses are opening up, developing, and activating at a rate like never before. Like everything is just sinking in a divine frequency. It's just so beautiful what is going on right now with you. You just have to just go with this, with God's support and universal support. Just keep surrendering, keep communicating, become the best of friends, both you and your DM, which you guys already are. And then when your DM comes to Earth, you've got a huge role to partake. So with that, I hope you have enjoyed today's channeling, Laura. And next time, I'm going to go to Dawn. So Dawn, so Dawn, are you here? You didn't write a question, so I'm going to give you. I'm going to wait a couple of seconds to see if you have a question coming up. All right, I don't see Dawn, so I'm going to just do a general channeling for you to see what's going on. All right, what is going on with Dawn and your divine counterpart, divine masculine? So, you have been crossing his mind a lot lately, especially now that he's in this dire situation, just trying to figure out life and everything that's going on. Somehow both of you are missing each other a lot. It's as though like the cosmos, like the universe, like everything is invisibly working to get you guys to talk again, to meet again. So on the twin flame front, it's looking really, really good. You may not, your the logical, rational part of you may not, feel it or think that it's possible, but there's definitely some magic that's coming your way, Dawn, and it's looking really, 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 really good. And it's a great matter of time until you get to feel and experience this huge transformation like never before. On the career front, you're going to get a lot of opportunities. You're going to see like your income multiplying and your potential being recognized. You're just going to be like a star shining in the next place you're going to. Like somehow it was meant to happen. Like things happen the way it had to happen because you had to get this new opportunity. And your guides want you to know that it is extremely hard, but somehow your guides are saying that your connection with the other worlds, your connection with the multi dimensions, it's like somehow you are connected to everything and detached to everything. It's like you're in and out in a very beautiful way. It's like you are trying your best to be the best you can be for the people around you. And all of that sincerity and unconditional love is being applauded by your guides and angels, and they just know that you are just here to transform and help with the world. And just there's just that energies within you that's just bubbling to help and support everybody. You just want to do so much for others, and great opportunities are coming your way. So that's what I see. You're also going to experience certain miracles that are like, there could be certain things that you may feel like, hey, that will never happen, this person will never change, this thing would never happen, but even that is going to change. Like, the world is going to surprise you and remind you that it's not that bad. So there are some good things to look forward to. But however, like, I feel like you are at a point where whether it's bad or good, you treat it the same. You have come to that level of wisdom, which is really, really good, to truly experience that immense shift. Yeah. So finally, the messages I'm getting from your divine counterpart, I'm getting a lot of messages from your DM, interestingly, is that he feels like he should have pursued this relationship with more effort, and to him right now it's like you were the girl that got away, and then he got himself into trouble and he's in so much of a mess right now. Your guides want you to know that all the luck and abundance and prosperity are all coming, and they're all going to come together. So just enjoy the moment, enjoy life, and enjoy the miracles and surprises that are meant for you. With that, Dawn, I hope you have enjoyed today's channeling. And next up, I've got Mai. Mai has got a question. All right, Mai's question is, any union or relationship DM is thinking of? All right. So, firstly, Mai, are you here? Okay, I'm going to do your channeling. Okay, so Mai, what is going on? Okay, it's looking better than before. In terms of your divine masculine's heart chakra, I'm noticing a major, major shift, which is good because he has been thinking about getting back together with you a lot. So there's definitely thoughts of union, thoughts of a relationship, thoughts of courting, thoughts of dating, thoughts of getting closer to you. That's definitely there. However, because his root and sacral chakra are just going up and down in terms of energies, they're just fluctuating a lot. It's like he's not able to find that divine triangulation, that balance between the three chakras. So a part of him, it's like, wants to reach out to you, wants to date you, wants to court you, wants to do all that romantic stuff. And then the fear in his root is just engulfing it all. So in a way, he is trying to like figure out what to do and figure out how to come back. And then the fear in him is, so he, for example, he takes 10 steps forward, he takes 20 steps backward. So that's how it's looking right now. But however, the heart is very powerful, and the heart chakra is the point of magic, it's the point of transformation. So his heart chakra, in a way, is helping him to overcome that fear, where he will make the move, and he's just not going to be trapped any longer by any of this anymore. So that's what I'm seeing. So the messages from your divine masculine is that he wants you to know that he is so in love with you, but at the same time there is so much fear that he may not able to treat you right or do the best for you. And but he knows that he shouldn't lose out on this chance, he shouldn't lose out on this amazing potential of what can be between the both of you. So there's that deep sincerity, energies of sincerity that's going on right now with you and your divine masculine, which is very beautiful, very pure, very magical. And and there's the themes that I'm picking up is transformation, growth, sincerity, unconditional love. So, to answer your question, yes, your divine masculine has been thinking about union, and probably that's what you have been picking up on as well. And your guides want you to know that, you are just so pure and beautiful and majestic and royal and divine and just so beautiful inside, outside, spiritually, multidimensionally. And your angels want you to know that they always have got your back. So they are saying that union is just about here, and for you to just go with the flow and just to surrender and detach and not let any fear take over you, because when you overcome the fear as a mirror, your DM will also overcome the fear. So with that, I hope you have enjoyed today's channeling my, and next up I've got Areen. Areen, are you here? All right. All right. Areen, do you have a particular question? I'm going to just see. Areen. Nope, Areen didn't have a question. I'm just going to see. All right. Oh, thank you, Jessica. I'm actually not. I don't know why. It's probably the internet, but somehow it's frozen and I'm not getting your messages. Except for the hello everyone, which I'm seeing from here. So if you guys have any questions, like just message me through Messenger, or let me know if you have commented so that I can like check my phone. Yeah. Oh, okay. Thanks, Jessica, for that. All right. Oh, but you see, I didn't get any of these questions. Thank goodness. Thanks for that. All right. Jessica says, I didn't write a question, just a general check on both of our energies. I don't feel his energies anymore. I feel like we've both detached and surrendered. Yes, Eric, the list is still open. And thank you so much, Jessica, for that. I don't know why. Somehow technology is just not on my side today. See, I can't see any comments at all. Oops. Oh, finally, I'm seeing messages from 13 minutes ago. So, yes. Ah, Dawn, only now I see. Vaj, I have a question. Yes. Shannon, I've added you to the list too. Send me over the question. Rachel, hi Vaj, I'm here. We're back in communication. That is fantastic. Bhavani, finally able to give my tip for the first time officially today post yours. Congratulations, Bhavani. So, yes, thank you. I've got your questions too. Let me just note it down. All right. Oh, Dawn, love you too. It's so interesting, right? Like somehow we are all on this crazy twin flame journey, and somehow we're all just growing and evolving and experiencing all of this on earth. All right. So Areen is not here. She'll probably catch up later. So let me see what I have. So I've got Areen, Shay, Jessica, Lowther, Jessica, Carol. I've got Marion. I've got Nicole. I've got Bhavani. I've got Diana. I've got Bharati, Carrie, Shannon, and Shilpi. Okay. So, Areen, what is going on with you? So, Areen, I'm seeing a lot of green in your auric fields. Like somehow there's this deep major upgrade that's going on with you with your heart chakra. Like you are releasing a lot of doubt and fear and pain and also a lot of grief. Deep seated grief from your past is coming out as well. So there's this deep, deep level of pain and anger and fear. And at the same time, there's also hope. There's that great sense of hope and evolution that's going on with you as well. I feel like the move that you're going to make, that you're in the process of making, is going to reset everything in a good way. You're going to feel that like deep sense of passion and admiration for life. And with your divine counterpart as well, Irene, you're going to feel that sincerity, that commitment, that strength, that depth of connection between each other. It's just going to be very powerful. What you're going to experience in the next couple of months, Irene, is going to be extremely, extremely powerful. It's going to be about growth and expansion and fascination, and it's pretty deep what you're experiencing. So you just have to kind of like break it down. Number one, whenever you're feeling down the next few months, connect with nature, because nature is like, it's connected to it's connected to a couple of your lifetimes as a star seed, where you had practiced breatharianism. In other words, you completely survived on the energies of the plants and nature. So that's why in this lifetime, you are like going back to nature every time you feel like you need to recharge. Like nature is your thing, because your body basically is like so highly absorbent of of the natural energies. Like if you are in nature, you just feel that deep level of reset. So that is one thing you can do. Keep connecting to that. Secondly, don't try to rationalize everything or overthink everything. I mean, that is our mind, and our mind does it to protect us. But go with the flow more. Surrender a lot. Thirdly, I see major expansion with your solar plexus, which means you're going to confidently take on a lot of things. So that's going to look very, very interesting as well. So, finally, the messages I'm getting from your divine counterpart is that she wants you to know that she will support you no matter what, and she will never give up on the relationship. There's so much sincerity and commitment and love. And she says, of course, she too feels pain and sometimes she too breaks, but not to take things personally when, both of you are feeling a little detached or feel like you're not communicating well enough. Like things will flow, and your twin flame wants you to like surrender, just surrender and trust that things will turn out well. With that, Irene, I hope you have enjoyed the channeling. And next up, I've got Shay, and Shay. All right, I have got Shay's question. Frank and I are okay, but I find myself getting frustrated that he isn't coming towards me or even initiating conversation. So I think it is best to detach myself from the situation. Any insight, Vaish, please and thank you. Okay, so what is going on with you is that because it has been so long and very stagnant at points, there's a lot of frustration you're releasing, and it's amplified by the energies of March. So there's a lot of deep seated frustration both of you are releasing, and that's why all of that frustration is coming out. And it's not even because he isn't coming towards you or initiating the conversation. This goes deeper, it goes down to your past lives and weaves in and goes deeper and deeper than that. So consider this as a period of deep release, Shay. A lot that is taking place is all release. The frustration in itself is, I mean, he has done this before and you've handled it well. It is so much more deeper. So, my guidance for you would be to keep working on the root and sacral and solar plexus, the lower chakras predominantly, because all of that would actually help Frank too. But of course, the frustration does not come only from you, a lot of it comes from Frank. So, whenever he's going through these really crazy or intense emotions, he just doesn't communicate it with you because he doesn't want it to come out wrong. So, he goes into this silence, phase of separation. He doesn't initiate anything. There's no conversation, there's no depth, there's no this, there's no that. But beyond all of that, there's that great level of expansion that's going on between the both of you. So I noticed a great level of depth in a great level of depth in communication. So there is this major throat chakra upgrade that's going on for the both of you. So with that, communication would ease up more, and communication will also start to get better. So the messages I'm getting from your divine masculine's higher self is that he wants you to he wants to apologize. He says that he is very angry and very frustrated and very embarrassed and very disappointed at himself. And that is the reason why he has been behaving the way he has been behaving. And he sincerely apologizes for that. So, yes, it is best to detach yourself from the situation and also to differentiate the energies, because, in terms of like percentage, his frustration is higher. So, all of that energy, because of your unconditional love, you're like helping him take down that burden. So, detach yourself from the situation and it will get better, especially with the throat chakra upgrade, Shay. With that, I hope you have enjoyed today's channeling. And next up, I've got Jessica. I've got Jessica Lowther. Is Jessica Lowther here? Okay, Jazz, give me 2 moments. All right, I don't see anything from you, so I'm just going to do a general channeling for you, Jessica, because we've got two Jessicas here. That's why I'm saying out your surname as well. Okay. So, Jessica Lowther, what is your energies? What's going on with you? Okay, firstly, what's going on with you is that I see a lot of spikes. Like visually, I'm seeing a lot of things spiking up, like I feel there are certain challenges that you're going to overcome, and it's going to just get amplified in the next couple of months. But the good news is your angels and God, you've got a full team supporting you. So you may feel like you're literally walking on thorns, but that will change. That phase will change. Like all of the dangers before you is going to like just disappear, and great things, like it's just going to turn around and your luck is just going to change. Next up, you might be feeling this great tension within you, this fear, and that's also what's spiking up the situation further. That fear that your divine counterpart is not going to talk to you anymore, or you feel stuck and stagnant, and where you're going on with this, and all of that. It's just like eating into you a lot, like deeply. It is going to change too. The messages I'm getting from your divine counterpart is that he wants you to know that things are going to turn around, and they're going to like transform, and they're going to start to change. And I'm seeing a lot of like sadness deep within, like great level of sadness that he's not able to like overcome this or overcome that. There's a lot of grief that I'm picking up, like a deep sense of grief like never before, like as though your DM is just trying to figure it all out, trying to figure out like how to do this, how to do that that pain. There's so much pain right now. And the best way, the guidance I can give you is that for you to like surrender, to truly, truly just trust the universe on this, that you will overcome this period, and you have got God's blessings with you always. And you just have to pull yourself together and stay strong. So, your guides want you to know that even though you're going through the most challenging period in your life right now, that too will shift, and good things would come your way, Jessica. And finally, your DM says that he misses you a lot, and there's a lot of pain and fear and sadness in his heart too. And he hears you, he knows you're struggling, he knows you're suffering, and things will change. With that, I hope you have enjoyed this channeling. And next up, I've got Jessica Carroll. Okay, you have given me your question. So thank you, Jessica. So I'm just going to give it I'm going to take a very quick water break. So guys, I'm exactly at midpoint with my list. So I've got Jessica, I've got Marion, I've got Bhavani, I've got Diana, I've got Bharati, I've got Carrie, I've got Shannon, and I've got Shilpi. So you guys can time yourself according to this. All right, so this is Jessica's question. I didn't write a question, just a general check on both of our energies. I don't feel his energies anymore. I feel like we've both detached and surrendered. Is that true? Okay, so what you're going through is this phase called soul shock. Soul shock is when both of you hit a point in your journey, and right now you have hit a point in your journey where so much unconditional love and depth and pain and all of that, your body is just going through this major shock. So soul shock is when you suddenly don't feel your divine counterpart at all, and it can be very very scary, it can be very very alarming, and it can cause you a state of panic. Firstly, see it this way: both of you are going through major upgrades. That's why you're going through that soul shock. Also, you have hit another major milestone in your twin flame journey. That is the reason why you are feeling this way. So, in a way, it is true. You both are detached and have surrendered, but at the same time, you're going through the most amount of healing and upgrades right now. So much is going on at the moment, and this soul shock phase wouldn't last so long, Jessica. So you don't have to worry. What you can do is you could just firstly don't panic that you don't feel his energies anymore. Um, in a couple of days, you will start to feel his energies again. Often, especially with you, this soul shock is not going to last very long. But soul shocks are a good sign. So just shows that you're headed in the right direction. Energetically, what is going on with both of your energies is that I am sensing a lot of changes in your system. I'm feeling okay, let me do a quick analysis of your chakras. I see major growth in your root, sacral. In fact, all of your chakras are looking really good right now, Jessica. They are just at a point where they're just weaving into more and more interdimensional experiences. And your divine masculine is mirroring that as well. And with this upgrade that is going on right now with the soul shock, there's a lot that's coming through. The messages that I'm getting from your divine masculine is that he feels a lot of sorrow and pain, and he too is in a state of shock. Literally, because he doesn't feel your energies anymore. He's afraid that he has lost you. So I'm literally seeing a lot of tears running down his cheeks. Like there's so much pain and frustration and anger that's coming through from him at the moment. And you may be picking up on that as well. So it's like a big part of you is just like both of you are doing the same thing. Both of you are combating what you are going through right now. You're both releasing fear like never before. You're both releasing pain like never before. You are fully surrendering this to God. Like you're fully surrendering this to the universe. And deep down, Jessica, you know that things will get better. And you know that good things happen to good people. And you know you have always only done good in your life. And good things will happen to you. Individually, what I'm picking up is that you are going through a period of deep challenges emotionally, mentally, physically. It's just like a whole roller coaster that's taking place right now. It's this deep level of soul navigation. It's like your body is being going through this spin, like you're just spinning and spinning and spinning. But while you're spinning, you're releasing a lot as well, Jessica. And the messages I'm getting from your guides, they want you to know that you're on the right path and they're extremely proud of you, how far you've come, and you are doing a lot of things. And the universe is praising you and applauding you for that. And everything that you do comes from a place of great sincerity, and you're authentic and you're genuine, and you just want to do things right for others. You just want to live this very virtuous and principled life. And that looks very beautiful on you, Jessica. Energetically, deep level of transformation, your vibrations uh, slowly going up, and in a couple of days you will feel your divine masculine again and things will get better. I'm seeing a lot of gold and pink and blue in your combined energetic fields as well, which marks a deep transformation, a deep shift from deep down, which is taking place at the moment. So it's looking very very promising. Yeah, that's what I am picking up, Jessica. A lot of gold, which is showing potential growth, evolution, remarkable transformation. It's going superbly good. With that, I hope you have enjoyed today's channeling, Jessica. And yes, I'm going to go on to the next person. Marion, Marion, are you here? And do you have a particular question? All right, let me go and see. Okay, Marion said for general. All right, let me see what I'm picking up. So, Marion, are you here? You probably watch it later. All right, firstly, I am picking up on. Okay, let me do this. All right. Firstly, what I'm seeing is